In this video, I'm going to give you an introduction to the FeatureBox module of the content management system. And what that does is allow us to have like a slideshow, but more than a slideshow. It allows you to put images, also some text where you can put in bullet points, links, and other such things into it to give some extended detail about the slide that you're showing, but ultimately works much like a slideshow where, left to its own devices, as you can see here, it will just toggle between the different items. Our example is just using Facebook and Twitter, but it just will quite happily sit there while the person is on the page, rotating through the individual items. If that person wanted to, they would then be able to click on the individual tabs. So if they wanted to go to Twitter or go back to Facebook, they would just be able to click on the links and it would take them there and pause the automatic advance so that they could read full information about it. Very useful for home pages. The look and feel of it is customizable. The size of it is also customizable. So, for instance, a lot of people have them on our websites where they fill the full of the main area, acting much the same way that these rotating headers do on our page, but have it so that the image would occupy 3/4 of the page, sort of thing, and then there'd be a content column at the end of it for them to be able to add some extra information out of it. But how they use it is usually set up in the design process of the site. What we want to do though is just to be able to go in and make some amendments to this feature box. So clicking on the administration part of the website, you'll find FeatureBox hidden under the widget section if you're in a later version of the content management system. If you're using an earlier one, you can also find it under the additional page content section. Select FeatureBox, and I'm going to go through and just search for an existing one because it's got all the information already in place, so it's easier to illustrate. We only have one. We just click on the name of it in the search results, and we will go through and find our slideshow. So the location, there are also options for languages, etc. Only appear if you have those options on your website. So if your particular site doesn't have those, it just means that those modules aren't enabled or turned on your site. The name of it is how we refer to it in the back end of the site, in the search results, etc. In this case, it's just homepage. And we also have an optional title. You'll see the lack of the little tick here makes it optional. So if you don't have one, that whole section here would just be left blank, and it would go straight into the image and the text. How do we edit the actual items? We'll click on the items tab, and you'll see that we have the two different items on the page. We can add a new item using the Add FeatureBox feature item, and if we click on that, it would put a blank version onto the page. And much like our other modules, the form builder, etc., if you wanted to reorder these, you would just be able to left click and move them around the page, so you can change the order of them quite happily. So putting our blank one back to the far end. If I wanted to delete it, I just use a delete feature item button, or I can then edit it and actually put the information onto the page. So the first one is the button name. This is the section that we see down the bottom, the links that you will be able to click on the individual items for, and we're just going to add in linked in. Then I'm going to need to add an item description to the page. I've got some text that I've already used in my text editor. I'll just take that, put it back in, and paste it as plain text. We have all the same sort of tools that you have in your web page. So you see our normal editor along here. If we wanted to add a heading in beforehand, we'd be able to just linked in, add it in. Well, I think it's capital N, isn't it? Go to the headings and apply the heading to it. And that's the text that's going to appear in the side, and then we need to add the image in. So choosing the image upload, I'll go to select, choose my desktop, LinkedIn, choose open, then I'll give it some alternative text. This is just a LinkedIn again, and then the URL. So going back to my text editor, I've already got this ready to use. I'll copy and paste that into the site, and because it's going through to an external part of the website, we also have the option to turn on the open link in new window, which we want to do. Then if I choose save, what you'll see is it will pop in the information. If we hover over it, it will give you the update on it, so it gives you the button name, the alternative text, the description that's being used as a pop-up toolbar, but you'll see that it's not approved yet. So if I go through to the public part of the website and refresh the page, it's not in place yet. So in order to approve it, we then need to go back, choose edit, and then this button up in the top right hand corner to tick approve, Then we save it, save the page, refresh, and you'll see that LinkedIn is now added to the menu. So it will then click through to any of the pages that we would like. So that's a simple and very effective way of getting multiple pieces of information into your website using the same part of the screen. So it's a very powerful tool, and I hope this video has helped teach you how to use it. Thank you.